everyone, my name is Anjila and today I will be talking about my action plan, which is meat consumption reduction. This is what my ecological footprint looked like before implementing my action plan. My food category had the highest environmental impact. I used to eat meat daily and rely on takeaways because as a student it helped save my time, unaware of the harm it caused like deforestation and greenhouse gas emission. To reduce my ecological footprint, I chose to cut down on meat as a part of my action plan for sustainability. Why reduce meat consumption? The IPCC makes it clear our meat consumption is driving climate change and resource loss. By eating less meat, we can take a real action to protect the environment and build a more sustainable future. Meat production, packaging and transportation also demand significant energy, mostly from fossil fuel, contributing heavily to greenhouse gas emissions. In Australia, the beef industry alone accounts for around 7% of total emissions, mainly from methane, and livestock production is also the leading cause of deforestation, using 73% of the land and causing 54% of land clearing, which has severely impacted biodiversity in tropical savannas. Additionally, meat production leads to significant water consumption, causing further resources depletions and environmental damage. Cultural elements also impact meat consumption. For example, in Nepal, meat plays an important role in cultural and religious tradition. During festivals like Dasai, families often sacrifice animals and offer the meat as a part of rituals, and families from higher socioeconomic groups typically consume meat more frequently as compared to any other social group. And according to environmental factor, the Food and Agriculture Organization state that livestock production causes 14.5% of global emissions, seriously harming the ecosystem. Meat consumption varies by gender, race, and social class. For example, men tend to consume more meat as compared to women. I consume meat almost every day. Previously, I consumed approximately 1,420 grams of meat per week. Through my action plan, I aim to reduce this amount by half to lower my environmental impact. On week 1, I will go meatless from Monday through Tuesday and mainly focused on plant-based food. While plant-based food may not fully replicate the experience of eating meat, I plan to substitute it with alternatives like tofu and soy product to support my transition, and use different meals app and follow nutritionists to help me prep the plant-based food. Here is the meat consumption before my action plan. Why consume plant-based food? These alternatives are viewed as healthier and more sustainable than conventional meat. They are more accepted, with resembling familiar products like burgers and sausages are better known than mycoprotein or cultured meat. Additionally, they have the lowest environmental impact among all the meat substitutes. Here are some of the pictures and videos of what I ate. What does the picture represent here? My next resolution is to keep reducing my meat consumption while tracking my food miles. The challenge for this action plan is there is a limited food variety and high cost affect local production, and what we can do is we can support the existing local farmer market and promote awareness in schools and communities. I will completely avoid eating outside and check the product before purchasing. The images display the products that have been imported into Australia, especially the hamburgers that we usually eat outside are imported in huge amount. Food miles are important because long food transport increases fuel use and emissions, making food miles a key factor in environmental impact. On week 2, I aim to reduce my meat consumption from 785 gram to 505 gram while tracking my food miles. I used to eat fast food without caring where the meat came from. Then I learned that places like Hungry Jack's import beef from the USA, so I stopped eating it and now cook at home with the Australian products. And here are some of the evidences of that. Also made eggless banana bread using all the products that are produced in Australia. With this, I achieved my week 2 goals. Now moving on to the next week resolution. My next resolution is to further reduce my meat consumption while exploring the farmers market with my family. Challenges to explore the farmers market is that they are not available all the time, plus the products in farmers market are quite higher than compared to the other markets, which can be solved by prioritizing local and seasonal foods, promoting community supported agriculture, and improving the market access for a better option. On week 3rd, I aim to reduce my meat consumption from 505 gram to 160 gram by exploring farmers market with my family and eating organic foods. Here are some of the clips when I went to the Kubok farmers market with my family. And on the right hand side, you can see some of the vegetables that I bought from the farmers market. This is the mixed vegetable salad and soup I prepared using fresh produce purchased from the farmers market. I also did batch meal prepping with fresh market vegetables, which helped me stick to my goals and avoid processed food, which also significantly reduced my food waste. This is the before and after of my ecological footprint after implementing my action plan. To continue my action plan, I will support eco-labeling to help people choose eco-friendly products and introduce sustainability education in schools. And I will actively reduce my meat consumption by planning more meatless days each week and choosing plant-based meals. This simple change supported can help significantly lower my carbon footprint and support more sustainable food system. And I will keep choosing organic and locally grown foods from farmers market to support sustainable farming and reduce food miles. And I will reduce my intake of red, processed and any type of meat as their consumption is linked to health issues like heart disease and obesity. Highlights how different types of meat can have a serious effect on our long-term health as well as to our environment. Here are the reference list. Thank you everyone. I hope my journey towards meat reduction has inspired you to consider small changes that can make a big difference for our planet.